Hello everyone, Marco here, the new American conservative, with more important info not everyone can stomach. So unemployment checks are coming in. Most people are making more money not working than working, or they're making the same, or in some cases a little less, but why chance it to go to work and get sick and actually work when you can just, I guess, stay home and collect paychecks, right? It just all sounds great for all these socialists out there, the millennials, the snowflakes who think this is sustainable. Well, you're getting a free trial, free trial of socialism as we speak. And when socialism is still in beginning or middle or end stages, usually all looks like puffy pink blue clouds and everything is fine until you get hit with reality. Like, for instance, the unemployment checks stop coming in, and guess what? The best case scenario, and this is if the dollar doesn't get crushed, by the way, the best case scenario, you will be getting unemployment checks until the election. Okay? Which is roughly 6 months. That's not bad. And like I said, a lot of people are making more money than when they were working. So the party is party in USA, right? If the dollar gets crushed, if you save that money that you've been getting, you can't buy much with it. That is the problem, number one. Number two, when the money does stop coming in, you go back out and you decide to apply for more and more jobs, and all of a sudden you realize the jobs are not there. They just don't exist. They're gone. Either artificial intelligence, robots taking over your jobs, or they simply don't exist. And how are they going to exist? You go to a restaurant that has, let's say, 100 people capacity. Let's just make a simple number. And right now they can use 25 or 50 people. I don't know what phase we're in right now. I guess depends. Every block, every street you pass, you have different rules and laws that all these people, depending on how they feel in the morning, the bureaucrats, they can just decide what to do. So let's just say now you can have 50 people in. Not one time anyone mentioned, well, we are going to be in phase 3 soon, and everyone can just sit next to each other. You can go to nightclubs, get closer to ladies on the dance floor, or go in a restaurant and have people close to you. That was not mentioned. I just don't think that's even in the making anymore. And a lot of people are okay with it. I'm personally fine with it because I hate to be in big crowds. I never really liked it. Like to go in a swimming pool where a whole bunch of people are next to you, pissing inside the pool or doing whatever, was not my thing. Go to the beach and some weirdo has to put his towel next to you when there is a lot of room, or when you park your car and there is 25 spots next to you that are available and someone parks right next to you. But I understand this is unsustainable for the entire country, for the world. It just can't work. Businesses cannot stay open. So I was recently out in a restaurant with my wife, and they had tables outside to kind of make up for the tables inside for the capacity, right? And to keep people separated. And then it started to rain. So guess what happened, right? Everybody from the outside now had to go inside, and they had food. Can you just imagine what mess this is? It makes no sense what is going on. Why don't you just come out and say, I'm going to shut everything down and you're not allowed to open up your businesses. Just go full communism and call it a day. So with all that being said, you have to protect yourself. This is insanity. And unfortunately, there is a lot more to come. This is just the tip of the iceberg that we are witnessing right now. it is going to be crazy what is going to happen when people realize, like I said, there are no jobs and the unemployment checks start coming in. You got to do something, okay? I know a lot of people are going to laugh, and they continue laughing at it when someone says buy some gold, buy some silver, buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum, any crypto that you believe in, whichever one you can afford or believe in. It's a must. Now, again, I mentioned in the previous video, cash is still king, don't get me wrong, but you cannot have it all in cash, and if it's all in the bank, you just don't know if it's going to be available to you if things get really out of hand, which unfortunately I know it's coming, because I did live under the same circumstances, and I've seen the same games they play, same stages, same phases. It's really scary. That's all I can tell you. But a lot of people are complacent. They are asleep. They continue to believe in certain politicians to the wrong messiah. It's going to save them. People are losing trust in. They don't believe in God anymore. They are just trusting whoever is in office. People who voted Obama in, they were thinking he was their messiah. Now Trump voters are just waiting on Trump to save the day, even though things cannot be much worse as it is right now, and at least we think they can't be much worse. But just like I said, just wait and see, and I hope I'm wrong. But can you afford for me to be correct? That is the question I'm asking you. What if the dollar you saved cannot buy you much, or anything, if you will? What if that happens? Can't eat gold. That's the comment people say. I guess you can eat fiat paper currency, the dollar or the yen or whatever. I guess you can eat that. You can chew paper. I mean, I guess you can even chew gold. Can you swallow it? I don't think it'd be smart to swallow an ounce of gold, so I guess that makes sense. You can even swallow paper money. I guess that can be a meal. I mean, how stupid it is to say that. Gold is recognized all over the world, and there is such thing called spot price. You don't negotiate spot price. Right now, gold is holding strong around 1700 mark. If it holds 1740 range for a few weeks, we're looking at 2000 and up pretty quickly. It can happen overnight. But it's not holding 1740 range, so possible dips to 1650, 1600s are possible, or low 1700s, which is happening right now as we speak. This could be, in my opinion, this is just what I see based on charts and what's going on. It would be a good buying opportunity, especially if you're trading. For those who own zero gold, zero silver, physical, not ETFs, you may not have the luxury of waiting, because if something triggers, kind of like what happened with oil on April 21st, what happened with oil on April 21st, if it just reverses and all of a sudden you got gold going crazy up the way oil went down, or for instance, Dow Jones, the entire equity market gets crushed another 40%, which could happen. What are you going to do? You're going to start jumping in maybe because you heard some crazy guy telling you should own some gold and silver. They will not ship it to you. Or if they do ship it to you, you're going to go back to what happened in March and pay very, very, very hefty premiums. We're talking when silver dropped to $11, people were laughing at me, some of the people I know. Oh yeah, you were buying at 16, 17 and you were paying $1 or $2 for a spot price. So you were paying 18 or 19 and now it's 11. And then they got to realize that in order to get it, they had to wait a couple of months, at least a month, I believe it was a wait time. And then they were paying $15 over the spot price. So yeah, you don't have luxury to wait if you don't hold it in your possession. If you do have whatever amount you like, which I'm going to go over in the next videos, how you can position yourself and what, based on what your portfolio looks like, what percentage and all those. We're going to break it all down in the next upcoming video. But you don't, like I said, have that time. You might have to jump in right now. It was a small dip today, about 20 bucks, I believe it dropped. You might have to get in and pay and get your 1 ounce for $18.20, $18.50. Pay about $70 to $100 over a spot price and call it a day. If you don't have that much money, buy a gram for 60, whatever it is. If you don't have 60, buy 1 ounce of silver for 20 bucks. You got to do it. When it comes to cryptos, a lot of people like to hold it. I hold some of them that I believe in, which I'm not going to get into details because I'm not your financial advisor and I'm telling you which cryptos to buy. I do have some that are penny cryptos that I believe in. They have good utilities. But when it comes to big ones like Bitcoin, I take profits out. Okay, take profits out. This is my opinion. You do not make money if your account rises. It's kind of like you're at the casino in a poker game, which I've done a lot in my time. I would have been actually in Vegas right now playing in the World Series of Poker for summer, getting ready, if it wasn't for this craziness. You don't count your winnings until you leave the table. So the stock market, casino, it is identical. If you hold, a lot of people will now say, well, I've been doing pretty good for 10 years. Well, did you take the money out? You got to know when to pull the plug. So take the profits while you can and buy some real money with it. I will talk to you later when I break down the entire portfolio, what I would suggest for everyone to do. And stack up on some ammo and get ready. Social arrest is also coming once people realize this entire scam that is going on. Take care, everyone, and we'll talk soon. Bye. Clearwater right here. Beautiful. Later.